Hi guys, welcome to my video on automotive systems. My name is Ajay Sankaran and today we are going to discuss what a suspension linkage is, why getting it right is important and some of its types. So let's dive straight into the video. Scope of the video. In this video, we are going to discuss the suspension systems and some of the popular types such as McPherson stud, WA-on suspension, 4-link suspension and H-arm with camber link. What is a suspension system? A suspension system is the system that connects the wheels to the vehicle and allows relative motion between the two. This is achieved by the following parts: springs, dampers, and suspension linkages. The spring stores and absorbs the road impact and protects the cabin from experiencing the full impact from the road. The dampers, also known as shock absorbers, are used to release the impact stored by the spring in a controlled manner to prevent the spring from oscillating uncontrollably. The suspension linkage is responsible for distributing the impact to the chassis equally so that the impact doesn't damage any parts. It comprises different components based on the type of linkage, but the common components are knuckle, which connects the wheel assembly to the linkage, control arm, which connects the knuckle to the chassis, hub, which connects the wheel to the knuckle, and thyroid, which connects the wheel to the steering gearbox, and it is responsible for steering the wheel. Getting this right will have a direct impact on the ride comfort and on the handling of the vehicle. Each car manufacturer designs suspension linkages based on its ability to control different aspects such as wheel motion, its cost, and how much space and weight it takes. McPherson stud suspension system. This type of suspension linkage uses the stud as the upper control arm. It also has a lower control arm and a tie rod in case of the front suspension or toe link in case of the rear suspension. The wheels revolve around the line joining the mounting point of the spring damper unit on the chassis and the lower wishbone ball joint. Since it has less number of parts than other types that we are going to see ahead, it consumes less space, it is easier to design, and as a result it is cost effective. But it has its drawbacks as well. Since it has fewer parts, it doesn't provide much options for the designers to fine-tune the wheel's motion. With the wheel connected to the spring damper unit and having fewer number of linkages, it doesn't transmit forces efficiently, leading to more vibrations. Based on these properties, this type of suspension is best suitable for passenger cars. It is best suitable to drive on-road conditions like streets, highways, etc. AA-on suspension system. It comprises two A-shaped control arms to achieve desired movement of the wheel. The spring damper unit is attached to one of the control arms. It is usually attached to the bottom one for better packaging while achieving good ride comfort. The control arms are connected to the wheel using ball joints, and the ball joints define the pivot around which the wheel turns. The steering action on the wheel is controlled by the tie rod. One of the main advantages of this linkage system is that it provides more control over wheel motion than McPherson stud. It helps to keep the vehicle's weight distribution closer to the ground because of its horizontal packaging. The drawbacks of this system are it consumes horizontal space, leading to increase in vehicle's width. And it is more complex to design. As a result of these issues, it becomes more expensive than McPherson stud. This type of suspension is mostly used in off-roaders and luxury vehicles. It is best suitable for both on-road and off-road conditions. 4-link suspension system. This type uses 4 independent links to restrict the wheel's motion. The wheel steers around the line defined by the virtual pivot point between 2 upper link ball joints and the virtual pivot point between 2 lower link ball joints. This type of linkage provides the most option for the designers to fine-tune the wheel's motion, resulting in good ride comfort and handling of the vehicle. But as a result of the high number of parts, the design of this linkage is complex, more expensive, and requires service more frequently than the other two. This type of suspension is mostly used in off-roaders and luxury vehicles. It is best suitable for both on-road and off-road conditions. A charm with camber link suspension system. This is a modification of WA-arm suspension to be used for the rear, where the lower A-arm is replaced by an H-arm and the upper A-arm is replaced by a link. This setup reduces the need for ball joints at the knuckle end, thus reducing the number of parts. This results in efficient packaging, fewer maintenance visits, while having most of the flexibility of the WA-arm. One of the main drawbacks is that it is more complex to design and package, thus making it more expensive than a McPherson stud. This suspension is commonly used in both motorsports and off-road vehicles. It is ideal for off-road terrains and racetracks. Key takeaways. These are the key takeaway points from this video. The McPherson stud is the most common suspension linkage used in passenger cars for its simplicity and cost effectiveness, but it provides less options for fine-tuning. The double A-arm suspension is more complex and expensive than McPherson stud, but it provides sufficient options to fine-tune the wheel's motion without a significant increase in components, thus making it suitable for performance-driven vehicles. The linkage that provides most option to fine-tune the vehicle among the three is the four-link suspension. But due to increased number of parts and design complexity, it makes this linkage not ideal for performance racing. But because of its fine-tuning abilities, it is more suitable for off-road vehicles and luxury vehicles. The H-arm with camber link is the modification of WA-arm suspension. This is simpler to design than WA-arm suspension while retaining most of its properties. But it is more expensive than McPherson stud. Because of these properties, this type of suspension is useful in off-road vehicles and performance vehicles. If you are interested in content like this, hit like, comment and subscribe for my future videos. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.